Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Today's episode of the Topping Show is probably sponsored by Topping Technologies. Topping Technologies is an IT value-added reseller and services company with a special proficiency IT security. Heck, I see their founder at least twice a day. Guys say he's quite handsome and brilliant. Ease me, see, that's the joke. If you're an IT leader or business owner, reach out to the team at sales@toppingtechnologies.com. Also, still giving away a free flamethrower with every IT purchase with Picatinny rail adapters so you can mount it to any standard AR-15, like all awesome accessories can be. Go to toppingtechnologies.com and click the flamethrower button to learn more and see me shooting a flamethrower. And lastly, try to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you can click that button and tell your friends, I would greatly appreciate it. Now going over to the business part of the podcast, you have the Porsche 911 Spirit 70 coming to the debut, and it's limited to 1,500 units. Now this comes to us thanks to one of the best writers at thedrive.com, Ronan Glone. And here you can see some of the Porsche in all of its glory. It says, quote, "The Porsche 911 Spirit 70 revives a gem of the 1970s, a Porsche interior." Which does sound fancy. Pish posh, like top, what is that? Top drawer, they say. Now, they also say it's limited to 1,500 units, and they feature a new shade of green and psychedelic upholstery, which, you know me, I love my green Honda Civic Si. Green cars have been growing on me for a while. Don't really like rag tops or convertibles, so to say, but it still looks pretty cool. Not too shabby Porsche, looks pretty nice there. Now, diving the article, ooh, they got some even better pictures, which let me put those on the screen. They're only a million times more photogenic than my ugly mug. Well, maybe 2 million, depending on who you ask. Now you can see the side profile, which again looks so much better with the rag top up. I understand that people love convertibles, although not statistically with sales these days, but you know what I mean. I just think it looks so much better. Had the nice green, hard top on there. And talk about inconvenient. These are cool pictures, but it's a picture of a Porsche in a club. Wonder if I had to pay cover. But my ADHD aside, they say, quote, "Porsche has once again fired up the time machine and is taking us to the 70s. Disco may not be coming back, but Porsche seats are. Or at least on this limited model. The German company unveiled a heritage design model called the 911 Spirit 70 that features several groovy styling cues inside and out, including a limited edition specific paint color and truly psychedelic interior." Which, yeah, Porsche is one of the best companies in terms of customizations of the car. I mean, if you pay it, they'll do darn near anything. The craziest thing is that a Porsche 911 with the color I want, which is, I really do like the signal green, the color of that paint that you pay a premium, that paint color is worth more than my Honda Civic Si, which is, again, Volkswagen Group is brilliant for having Porsche do that stuff because it's highly profitable. But it's kind of funny to think that the paint on my dream Porsche is worth more than my whole Honda Civic Si right now, but I partially digress. Now they say, quote, "The 911 Spirit 70 follows in the footsteps of the 911 Targa 4S Heritage Design Edition, which drew inspiration from Porsches built in the 1950s. The 911 Sport Classic was challenged in the 1960s. This time, the brand started with the 911 Carrera GTS Cabriolet, and you don't need to be a seasoned car spotter to pick out the Spirit 70 in a parking lot. It is finished in a new color called Olive Neo. Neo. No collaboration with Matrix? Come on, that's a lost business opportunity. Where's Keanu Reeves? But I'm kidding. That Porsche created specifically for it. Black stripes, a black soft top, and gray gold finished sports classic wheels add a finishing touch to the old school look. Look at it closely and you'll notice a lot of cool details. The hood wears a Porsche crest that's almost identical to the one on the brand used in 1963. The engine cover has a familiar Porsche heritage badge. The end rear's emblems feature galvanized gold plating, which, geez Louise, that's getting fancy. Let's look at that. Which, yeah, gold plating is one of the dumbest things in terms of it's not worth anything. It's like, that gold plating is thinner than like human hair. It's usually comical. But here you can actually see the interior of it, which, it does look kind of psychedelic, I guess. Looks interesting. I don't know. It's not for me, but granted, I got Honda Civic budget. I'm not their, when they look at their prospective clients and, who this is made for, it's definitely not me unless I, win the lottery or something. Although, you only have to have one person believe in you one time to change your life. So maybe I'll land Texas Instruments as a customer for a tech company. Who knows? Now, they also note that, let me pull that up here really quick. Yeah, they say inside the unquestionable highlighted is a material black and olive neo upholstery called Pasha. It's the same seat pattern that was on the car about 50 years ago. Of course, Porsche nerds will know that well. Pasha has a kind of checkerboard design with a perspective warp that makes it such cool looking. This old runless thread with a wealth of images of original cars running the seat pattern you'll check out after reading the story. They say Porsche revved up for the special edition, added it to the center of the seats, the dashboard, the glove box, and door panels, which, yeah, they plastered over. And they put the special edition logo everywhere on it, which makes sense. They also know it's one of the coolest upholstery designs we've seen in the 911 in recent memory. We're told that the material is designed to be more comfortable to sit in than his cloth that Porsche used in the 1970s, which, yeah, the bar is pretty low. Old cars look really cool, but in terms of the handling and, yeah, material, they usually leave something to be, so you kind of want something a little bit more. Let's pull up the exterior of this beauty here. You see the gold-plated emblems they glue on there. But don't get me wrong. I'm sure it's nice, high-quality 3M adhesive. It's got 911 plastered right on the hood. You got a little itty-bitty badge on the fender. Kind of cute. So you really know it's the fanciest of all the editions. And it looks pretty cool. Leave that on the screen. They finish out the details here. Now they say, on sale now, the 911 Spirit 70 is expected to reach buyers in Europe by April 2025. Let me see here. In terms of, oh, this is the most disappointing part for like a real driving enthusiast. Porsche hasn't made any mechanical changes, so don't expect to find a 1970s-inspired mechanical fuel injection system, yada yada. You don't want that, but it says this actually comes from a gasoline electric hybrid that relies on a turbocharged 3.6-liter flat six and electric motor integrated into the 8-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission to develop a boring experience. Well, he didn't say that. I'll clarify. He said 541 horsepower, 450 foot-pound of torque, which I know it's faster. I'll beat the comments. I know it's faster to have the automatic than the actual manual, but come on, Porsche's the last brand out there making stick shifts at the price point. Well, in terms of mass manufactured sports cars, how is this only automatic? I feel like they're leaving money on the table, but they also say on sale now, reach Europe by then, limited to 1,500 units worldwide. While pricing hasn't been announced, we wouldn't be surprised if the model sells out in now days. Limited edition 911s become instant classics, which, yeah, the fact that some of these go up and almost overnight, they'll go for like 100 grand more than the dealership pays for it. Because those people buying those are the reason Porsche keeps increasing those prices. You bastards. Pardon the French. But yeah, the base model 911, they keep jacking up the price because they know all the flippers and people keep agreeing to buy these cars for well over list price. And, you know, Porsche's like, why are we leaving money on the table? Which stinks for people that want to try to get entry level Porsche. But yeah, it's kind of disappointing. There's no actual performance increases to it. It kind of looks sporty and cool in terms of the upholstery. And again, it's a Porsche, it's limited edition. They're going to sell out overnight. I mean, they'll have no problem. And again, if I was a Volkswagen Group shareholder, I'd be pretty happy because, again, highly profitable. The 911 is, third-party analysts expect, estimate is about 50% profit. It's most, I guess they have Lamborghini too, but I venture to say it's one of the most profitable things in the Volkswagen Group portfolio. So again, shareholders should love this. But I don't know, would you be willing to pay, how much more than the traditional Porsche 911 would you be willing to pay for this special edition? If anything. Let me know in the comments, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Again, trying to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.